Told y'all we trying new things, trying to make sure that we can do everything it is we need to do. I talked to y'all while I was doing the kitchen the other night, and I told y'all I might as well go upstairs and start folding the clothes. I did not, however, come upstairs to fold the clothes because I was tired. But about to fold them tonight while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, and hopefully by the time I get done making this video, I can post it because the Wi-Fi's out. So, you know, even if I record it and like I said, I can't post it, at least it'll be recorded and I will post it tomorrow, which is unfortunate because that means that I'm going to miss a day of uploading, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I watched this podcast today, The School of Hard Knocks. I really like that guy. I'm mad because I don't remember his name, and I actually really like that guy. But he had interviewed Dana White, and one of the quotes in Dana White's gym, it was a quote from Mike Tyson, and it was just saying, everybody has pity, everybody pities the weak, stand out and be strong. It was something like that. I know I probably just butchered that real bad, but it was just along those lines, and it just made me think like how everybody always wants to run to the aid of somebody just crying all the time or just taking that person's side, and it's like, what about the person that never cries and bears everything on their back, but yet is going through so much? But everybody always says, oh, that person is so strong, they don't need nobody to check on them, they don't need nobody to call on them. Matter of fact, we can talk to that person, or we can suck the life out of that person all we need to because they're so strong. And at the end of the day, we're all only human. Like, we're all only human. I don't know how many times I got to say that kind of stuff, but that's it. That's all. And it's like, we all have feelings, we all have emotions, but some of us just tend to be able to push through things more than others. And I'm not gonna say it gets treated as a punishment, like, oh well, they're so tough, they don't need anything. But yeah, sometimes that sucks. Sometimes it definitely does suck to always have to be the strong person, you know. But at the end of the day, we suck it up because that's who we are. No matter how many battles or how many calamities or tragedies or whatever it is that we go through, we sit there and we face them and we get through them no matter what. And like I said, we don't always have somebody running up to us and pitying us on our end, and it's just, it is what it is. Like, even today at work, like, it was just so much foolishness going on. Like, we had so many freaking call outs today, and you know, it's Monday, so we had so many call outs today, and they still have yet to fix my route. And my supervisor was just like, well, Tab, do you think that, you know, I know you got it, so can I use the person that usually helps you? Can I use them to do something else because we down bad today? And it's like, you know, I didn't care. I was like, whatever, it is what it is. So, you know, that made me get off even later. But it is what it is. Like, it's my route. I don't mind doing the extra work, but it's just like, again, here it is where it's like, oh, Tab is a hard worker. I know she's gonna get it done. She don't need the extra help for real. Like, I mean, I really don't necessarily need the extra help. Like, it is a blessing, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that the guy that always helps me, but it's not a necessity. It's only because they don't want me out on the street that long, and they know that. And I think that that's the crazy part about it. Like, y'all know that my route is crazy, and yet y'all don't want to do what you're supposed to do. But anyways, like I said, we're not going to harp along on that because, you know, God has a plan for that, and, you know, whatever time comes that they fix that or they do what they're supposed to do, they hold up their end of the bargain, that's what it's going to be. But, you know, until then, I have no choice but to keep showing up and to keep working hard. Like, even sitting here talking to y'all tonight, like, I promise you, you know, y'all probably hear my son in the background, but, my wife is giving him a bath. And, you know, he's enjoying life. And I absolutely love that for him. But it's like, I came home and he wanted to play a game. And I told y'all, if I have time to do it, I'm never going to not play with my son. Like, I'm never going to not do that because everything that's going on in life is going on, I will never push him to the side. I just can't. I don't understand people that do that. You know, it's one thing to try to chase your dreams and follow your career and do this, that, and the third, but to lose the ones that look up to you, to lose the ones that matter the most, like, that's crazy. It's just no way that I would ever do that. So yeah, I play with him, and yeah, you know, that means that I'm making this a little bit later than what I would like to, but it is what it is. Even though, yes, it's going to be a day, hopefully on my day off tomorrow. Well, no, my day off is Wednesday this week. Keep this week is already moving slow. My day off is Wednesday, so hopefully I'll be able to get ahead of the game and finally make at least one extra video so I can start making a video a day ahead and posting it at a decent time, because there's so much that I want to get out to y'all. There's so much that I have to say and I want to do, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing it. And it's like sometimes I get really hard down on myself because it's like I feel like I'm not doing enough, but at the end of the day, I know that I'm doing dang near my max capacity. Like, so it is what it is, and that's that's really all I can tell you. So like I said, if you are somebody that is in the category of God's strongest warriors, please, I'm praying for you, because, you know, like I just made that little joke, but it's like they say that God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers, his strongest warriors, and it's like, it is so true. And sometimes you just be like, God, I don't want to be on the strongest warrior list no more. I am tired. I'm ready for stuff to just flow to me like it ain't never flowed to me before. But you know, at the end of the day, what did we learn from that? What did we grow from that? Nothing. And that is, it sucks. It's unfortunate. But at the end of the day, like I said, what is there to do other than to just do it? So you're gonna run into some things all the time to where you feel like you are being overlooked or you're being picked over, and you trying to figure out why Sammy and Tom always get the best deal in the book, or they get the best route to take, or they get, you know, this, that, or the third. It's not because you're not a good worker. It's not because that you're not favored. It's the honest to God exact opposite. Because you do work so hard. Because they know that they can depend on you more than they can depend on anybody else. Especially on some, if you do what you do and you don't give them the lip, oh baby, you the best kind. You the best kind. So keep your head up, king. Keep your head up, queen. I promise you it's going to come a day to where everybody, and I mean, when I say everybody is going to understand, and they're going to rue the day that, you know, they didn't do right by you. And I just hope even in those moments, you know, it could get to a point where it's like, yeah, son, that's what y'all get. I just hope in that moment that you choose to do the right thing and not react like that. Because even though you should, even though you could, you are still going to end up being the bigger person. And I promise you, you act like that and you do things like that, you'll get blessed 10 times more. And it will carry on through every other part of your journey, every other part of your life. Because, you know, somebody asked me, like, how does you being consistent with just trying to do the little things, how is that really helping your trading? What? I told y'all a long time ago, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you just stay consistent in whatever it is that you're doing, you wake up and brush your teeth every day. You take a bath or you take a shower every day, every night. Like, you come on now. You don't have to, that stuff is ingrained into your memory. If you just continue to do the small things every single time and move along the right way, I promise you it will transpire to whatever. It will transpire to your trading, because you consistently show up on time. You consistently make sure that you're locking in like you're supposed to. You won't let things distract you. You'll make sure that you chipping in where you're supposed to. You see what I'm saying? Like it would just carry on and continue on like that time and time and time and time again. And yes, even in trading, even in trading, especially in trading, we have to be so much stronger than what we want to be. I promise you, if I was the same tab that started, that tab was very weak. That tab did not have no wherewithal, anything. And now I'm just so happy that I've continued to grow. I've continued to blossom. And that's really it, man. It's just, you may feel like I said, like you down in the dumps, but I promise you, just keep your head up and it's gonna get better. So yeah, that's really all I got to say to y'all tonight, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with the kid. Like I said, hopefully I'm able to post this video because, like I said, the Wi-Fi is out, but it is what it is. Troops, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all always riding with the kid, and you know, like I said, I've been trying some new stuff, so hopefully it works out in my favor. So y'all stay blessed, less stress, all licks in 26. It's your girl TV Tab. I'm out.